Your wealth can vanish in the blink of an eye, and the cause isn't always your job or income. Sometimes, you unknowingly open the door for prosperity to walk out of your home, simply by giving away an item that seems harmless. This is a trap that many people fall into, without realizing it until money runs dry, luck fades away, and life begins to feel heavy. In Feng Shui, certain objects are more than just belongings. They act like locks that hold the energy of prosperity in place. When you give them away, you're not only losing the material object, you are also handing over the fortune that is tied to it. In today's video, I will share with you the 8 items you must never give away if you want to safeguard your prosperity. And if you've already made this mistake before, I'll show you a simple way to neutralize its effects. Before we begin, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Also, leave a comment with this affirmation: I am protecting my wealth and inviting luck to flow into my life. This small step is the first move to unlock positive energy for yourself today. Why can giving away an item cause you to lose prosperity? The answer lies in how Feng Shui and spiritual traditions view the world around us. In ancient wisdom, every object is not only defined by its shape and purpose, it also carries its own field of energy. And through daily use, your personal energy and your family's blessings gradually soak into it. Think of your home as a living body. Every object is like a cell playing a vital role. The stove carries nourishing energy. The wallet holds financial energy. Plants preserve the energy of growth. When you give these things away without understanding the law behind them, it's like cutting off a vein that sustains your body. From that moment, imbalance begins, and soon you feel the shift. Money drains faster, health declines, and your mood grows unstable. Feng Shui teaches us this truth. Wealth doesn't come only from hard work. It also comes from how well you protect and preserve the energy surrounding you. If you guard it wisely, life flows smoothly. But if you make the wrong move, luck may leave you silently, without warning. That's why understanding the root of this belief is the first step. It helps you realize that the items you choose to keep or give away are not simple matters. They are choices that directly shape your long-term prosperity in life. Now we enter the most important part. There are 8 household items that may seem ordinary, but actually hold the energy of wealth and fortune. If you give them away, you are not just parting with an object, you are handing over your luck, blessings, and prosperity as well. This is why many people suddenly find money slipping away, careers becoming difficult, and life turning heavy after discarding or gifting these items. Let's explore each one to understand why they are dangerous and how you can protect yourself from loss. 1. Kitchenware and the rice jar. Think back to your family meals, the sound of rice simmering in the pot, the aroma of food filling the home, and the full rice jar in the corner of the kitchen. These are not just images of daily life. They symbolize safety, warmth, and abundance. In Feng Shui, cookware and rice jars are more than tools for cooking. They represent fullness and fortune for the entire household. The rice cooker, bowls, pots, and especially the rice jar act as invisible energy containers. They accumulate care, love, and blessings each time you use them. When you give them away, you are not only handing over the object itself, you are also transferring the prosperity bound to it. Many are surprised to discover that after giving away a rice cooker or rice jar, they begin to feel a subtle lack. Income drops, spending grows unbalanced, and the home feels less harmonious. In ancient belief, the rice jar symbolizes survival. A full jar means fortune is full. An empty jar means fortune is fading. Giving away a rice jar or a pot that has long served the family is like opening the door for prosperity to walk out. If you truly must dispose of such items, cleanse them first, place them under sunlight for a few hours, sprinkle a little sea salt inside, or light an incense stick to express gratitude. And most importantly, never give them away for free, even if gifting to relatives. Accept something symbolic in return, a coin. For example, this is not about material exchange, but about ensuring the flow of wealth energy is never cut off. 2. Broken or dead items. What do you think when you see a clock that no longer ticks, a withered plant, or a cracked decoration? Most people think simply, it's still usable. Maybe someone else can take it. But in Feng Shui, such objects carry very negative messages. A stopped clock symbolizes stagnation, time frozen, progress blocked. If you give it away, you are unknowingly spreading the energy of delay and obstacles. The receiver may experience setbacks and missed chances, while you remain marked by the stagnation that you passed along. A dead plant is not just a dried stem, it is proof that life energy has left. Giving it to someone else means handing them emptiness, not blessings. Instead of bringing joy, a dead plant spreads lifelessness into its new home. Even items shaped like people, statues, dolls, stuffed animals, if broken, should never be given away. Cracks and damage represent incompleteness, creating unease and distorted energy for both giver and receiver. Never pass along broken or dead objects. Instead, let them go with awareness. You can bury them in the ground, burn them, or discard them only after saying words of thanks for their service. This small but powerful ritual severs the tie to negative energy, keeping your home and your life cleansed and fortunate. Darcy, underwear. Among all the clothing we wear, nothing is more personal and intimate than underwear. It comes into direct contact with the body, especially with the root energy center, which is seen as the foundation of vitality, creativity, and confidence. For this reason, in Feng Shui, underwear is never considered something to give away or reuse. When you wear a piece of underwear, it doesn't just touch your skin, it absorbs your emotions and deep inner energy. With each use, it carries your unique energetic imprint, like an invisible signature. If you pass it on to someone else, you're not just giving away old clothing, you're sharing your personal energy code, often without realizing it. This can lead to unpredictable consequences. The giver may feel their vitality weakening, mood unsettled, or relationships becoming strained. The receiver gains nothing either, because the item is already tied to the energy of its original owner. Instead of bringing luck, it often creates confusion and imbalance for both sides. It is no coincidence that most cultures around the world avoid sharing or reusing underwear. This is not only a matter of hygiene, but also a principle of protecting one's personal energy from disturbance. Old underwear is best discarded rather than given away. You can cut it into pieces, burn it, or throw it away after silently expressing gratitude for its service. When buying new underwear, choose light colors and clean, comfortable fabrics to symbolize fresh beginnings, helping your personal energy flow become renewed and strengthened. Fatsu, salt and the salt jar. Few people realize that salt, the most common seasoning in the kitchen, plays a key role in protecting prosperity. In many traditions, salt is seen as a powerful purifier, able to absorb negative energy and preserve balance in the home. It is common to sprinkle salt at the entrance to ward off misfortune, or to use it in rituals to cleanse spaces. This shows that salt is not only for cooking, it is an invisible shield that helps the household maintain safety and abundance. So what happens if you give away your salt or salt jar? You may unknowingly strip away your home's last layer of protection, especially if you are already struggling financially. Giving away salt is like dividing what little luck you still have. The recipient may not feel it, but you will. Money drains faster, and rare opportunities slip away. The salt jar is equally important. Over time, it absorbs the unique energy of your family as it sits in the kitchen. Giving it away is like handing someone else your private energetic footprint. This weakens you not only spiritually, but also leaves your home without one of its key defenses. Salt and the salt jar should be kept within the family. If you must give some away, ensure there is at least a symbolic exchange, such as receiving a coin or a small item in return. And before discarding an old salt jar, sprinkle some salt at the entrance of your home to drive away negative energy. Then let it go. This simple ritual helps you maintain protection and prevents prosperity from being swept out of your life. 5. The safe or asset cabinet. Think about the safe in your home. It's not just a place to store money, gold, or important documents. In Feng Shui, a safe is seen as the guardian of the family's wealth. Every time you open it, place money inside, or take something out, you are forming an energetic connection between yourself and the safe. Over time, a safe or asset cabinet absorbs the energy of your hopes, your accumulation, and your trust. That is why, when you give away or pass on an old safe, it is as if you are allowing someone else to step into your financial flow. Even when the safe is empty, the energy of prosperity tied to it remains, like moisture lingering inside a jar after water has been poured out. The danger lies in this. If the safe once held a large sum of money or was the refuge during a difficult time, its energy becomes even stronger. The new owner may unintentionally inherit repeated financial struggles, while you may find your own finances losing stability, even though your income has not changed. If you want to discard or replace your safe, perform a cleansing ritual first. Place it under sunlight for a few days, sprinkle sea salt inside, or put a cleansing stone like quartz within it. Then, express gratitude and declare that you are cutting the energetic bond with the safe. This protects your prosperity and prevents any lingering energy from following you. Ideally, when entering a new financial chapter, always choose a brand new safe to begin your fortune afresh. 6. Long-bonded plants. Some potted plants have been with you for many years. You've cared for them, watched them grow lush and strong, sometimes even sharing your joys and sorrows in their presence. In Feng Shui, such plants are not mere decorations. They become silent companions, absorbing and reflecting the emotional energy of your household. When you give away a plant that has long been part of your home, you are not simply gifting a living thing, you are handing over a piece of your energetic journey. Every leaf and branch has soaked up vibrations from your home, your happiness, your worries, your family's emotional history. When the plant leaves, it carries all that with it, creating an invisible energetic link between you and the recipient. The common result: the giver often feels a hollow emptiness, a sense of loss, and struggles to focus. The recipient may find that the plant does not thrive, withers quickly, or feels strangely out of place in their space. This is no coincidence. It happens because the plant's energy no longer resonates once it is separated from its original environment. If you truly no longer wish to keep the plant, return it to nature. Plant it in the soil, in a place with sunlight and fresh air. Before leaving it, say a word of thanks and silently affirm that you are releasing its energy connection. If someone insists on receiving it, share the story of your bond with the plant so they are prepared to welcome its energy. However, the best choice is to keep plants that have been with you for many years. They are not just greenery, they are part of your home's prosperity flow, silent guardians that anchor abundance and emotional harmony. 7. Old wallets. Every day, you open your wallet to pay, to receive money, to store cards or bills. Few people realize that a wallet is not just a personal accessory. It is a small gateway where you connect with your financial energy. In Feng Shui, the wallet is seen as a container of luck, habits, and beliefs about wealth. An old wallet doesn't only carry the money that once passed through it, it also holds the emotions tied to money. Worries, stress, relief, or joy, all of these are imprinted within its pockets. When you give away an old wallet, you're not just handing someone a used item, you're passing along your financial story. And the consequences: the giver may suddenly find it harder to hold on to money, even if their income hasn't changed. The receiver, meanwhile, may struggle with overspending, poor savings, or unexpected financial blockages because of the energy already embedded in that wallet. In a way, an old wallet is like a diary already filled, and whoever continues to use it will find it hard to rewrite the story in their own way. When you want to replace your wallet, always buy a brand new one to begin a fresh financial cycle. If you are giving a wallet to someone else, make sure it is completely new and place a crisp bill inside as a symbol of abundance. As for old wallets, either keep them as a personal memento or discard them, but never hand them over to someone else. This way, you protect the purity of your own wealth flow. Art, family photos, and deeply personal keepsakes. Family photos and sentimental keepsakes, such as letters, bracelets, or gifts from loved ones, hold profound meaning. They do not only preserve images or memories, they carry the emotional energy tied to you and your relationships. In Feng Shui, such items are considered energetic keys to the family's bond and fortune. When you give away family photos or deeply meaningful keepsakes, you are unknowingly allowing someone else to hold a piece of your sacred connection. These items contain joy, affection, and even sorrow. Passing them on can weaken family ties, creating emotional distance or unease within relationships. Many people who have given away precious keepsakes or lost family photos report a sense of emptiness, along with difficulty maintaining peace in their relationships. The receiver, too, often feels burdened because the object carries energy that doesn't belong to them. Family photos and important keepsakes should always be kept within the household, displayed in a place of honor or stored carefully. If you must part with them, do so respectfully, burn them with gratitude, or store them in a private place rather than passing them on. This protects the integrity of your family and keeps emotional bonds from leaking away. These objects may look ordinary on the surface, but in Feng Shui, they act like energy gateways directly tied to your wealth and fortune. Giving them away can silently weaken your prosperity. The key is not to cling to everything out of fear, but to recognize which items hold special energetic meaning, treat them with care, release them respectfully when necessary, and you will preserve the positive energy flow within your home. By protecting these silent guardians of prosperity, you keep your fortune, your harmony, and your blessings alive. Every item in your home is like a silent keeper of energy. They can bring protection and luck, but if given away in the wrong way, they can also trigger consequences you never expected. The danger is that you often don't notice right away. Everything unfolds slowly, quietly, making it hard to connect the outcome to the original action. Imagine this. You give away an old rice cooker or a jar of rice. For the first few weeks, everything seems fine, but gradually, small disruptions begin to appear. Work slows down, expenses grow heavier, even health begins to weaken. This is how energy leakage works. When you hand over objects directly tied to prosperity, you unintentionally open a hole for fortune to flow out of your home. The effects are not limited to money. When you hold on to broken objects, dead plants, or items heavy with negative energy and then gift them to others, you are effectively passing along stagnation, loss, or even the energy of endings. This can weigh down your spirit, spark conflicts in relationships, and make life feel heavier. Negative energy spreads like murky water. Once released, it affects both giver and receiver. Furthermore, giving away items that are deeply personal, such as underwear or old wallets, can cause severe imbalance in emotions and confidence. The receiver carries energy that does not belong to them, while you feel your own stability slipping away. This is an extremely subtle form of energy leakage, but once it happens, you begin to feel drained, unsettled, and less fortunate. All of this reveals an important truth. Wealth and happiness do not come only from personal effort. They also depend on how you treat the energetic environment around you. If you are careless, even small mistakes can open the door for poverty, misfortune, and unease to enter. The good news is, these consequences are not permanent. Awareness is the first step toward repair. Change begins when you honor your belongings, release them respectfully, and preserve what is worth keeping. By doing so, you close the invisible holes and restore the flow of luck within your home. None of us are perfect. At times, whether out of habit or lack of awareness, you may have given away items that seemed harmless but were actually infused with your family's vital energy. The good news is, even if you've made such mistakes, there are ways to heal and restore the flow of prosperity. The key is awareness, followed by conscious action to cut off the energy of loss. 1. Awareness, the first step to change. Most people don't realize that giving away certain objects can directly affect their luck and prosperity. We often think simply, old items should be donated, broken ones can be passed to someone who might still use them, or unused objects should be shared. But from a Feng Shui perspective, every item holds its own energy imprint, and when you give it away, you also give away a part of the energy tied to yourself. Awareness of this is the very first and most crucial step to change. When you understand that everything around you is not just lifeless matter, but an energy container, you begin to act more carefully. A rice cooker that has prepared hundreds of meals, a jar of rice that has nourished your family, or a wallet that has held your money. All of these have absorbed vibrations from you and your loved ones. Without awareness, you may unknowingly strip away your own layer of protection and luck. The important truth is this: you can begin to change today. Just because you once gave away special items does not mean fortune has abandoned you forever. Right awareness helps you stop repeating mistakes and start living more consciously. Each small act, keeping what should be kept, respectfully handling broken items, or carefully considering before gifting becomes a way to restore balance. Once awareness arises, you will find yourself stepping into a new phase. Instead of acting on autopilot, you begin to think more deeply about the spiritual and energetic value hidden within your surroundings. This awareness doesn't just protect prosperity, it helps you live with more meaning and connection to your home, turning it into a true sanctuary of abundance and harmony. 2. Prevention at the root. Don't wait until it's too late. In Feng Shui, as in life, prevention is always better than repair. When you clearly understand the principles to follow, you won't have to worry about searching for remedies later. Preventing from the root helps you maintain stability, instead of letting negative energy enter and then scrambling to fix the damage. The first rule to remember is never give away, free of charge, items that are tied to prosperity, such as rice cookers, rice jars, salt, or even an old wallet. When you give them away without any exchange, you unintentionally sever the prosperity flow that has been nourishing you. If you truly want to gift them, there should be at least a symbolic exchange. This balance keeps the energy circulating, rather than disappearing. The second rule, never pass on broken, dead, or negatively charged objects. Many people make this mistake, thinking someone else can still use it. But in truth, when you let another person take these items, you are also passing along stagnation, loss, and endings. It is far better to return them to nature, bury them, burn them, or discard them respectfully. The third rule, always cleanse before giving anything away. Any object that has been in your home has absorbed energy from your environment and from you. If you plan to pass it on, expose it to sunlight, sprinkle salt, or burn incense around it. This simple yet powerful act renews and neutralizes energy, making the item safer to leave your hands. By practicing prevention at the root, you protect not only your wealth, but also the purity of your living environment. It keeps you proactive, not reactive, and gives you peace of mind, knowing you live in balance, without fear that small mistakes will lead to big losses later. 3. Energy cleansing, healing, after you've already given away. Sometimes, without knowing, you may have given away an item deeply tied to your prosperity energy. When that happens, unease may arise, especially if life begins to feel chaotic soon after. The simplest way to restore balance is through cleansing rituals. Sea salt is often used because it can absorb negative energy. You can place small bowls of salt in the corners of your home, then replace them after a week. Sunlight and natural wind are also powerful cleansers. They sweep away stagnation and bring fresh energy into the house. Additionally, smudging with incense, sage, or palo santo has long been used to purify spaces. These small actions release the heavy energy that lingers and create a gentle new beginning, even after you've accidentally let go of something important. Third, the ritual of cutting energy cords. Sometimes, an item you once held dear can still feel heavy, even after it has left your hands. In Feng Shui, this is known as the existence of an energy cord. To release yourself from that bond, you can perform a cord-cutting ritual. First, choose a quiet place. Sit down and breathe deeply. In your mind, visualize the item you gave away, with a glowing invisible cord connecting you to it. Then imagine holding a pair of scissors or a sword of light and decisively cutting that cord. To make the ritual more tangible, you can burn a small string in real life, or wash your hands in salt water as a symbol of cleansing. This practice helps the mind feel lighter, closes the lingering connection, and allows new energy to flow freely into your life. When you look around your home, you may realize that every ordinary object carries its own story of energy. The items you keep, the way you arrange them, and even the things you've once given away. All of these shape the flow of luck and prosperity. Understanding and adjusting this energy flow helps your living space remain balanced, while fortune and abundance continue to circulate through every corner of your home. Small changes, when practiced consistently, create great transformation. A well-tended plant, a rice jar kept full, or allowing sunlight and fresh air to move freely. These simple actions strengthen positive energy. A home that is tidy, bright, and harmonious not only nurtures peace of mind, but also safeguards luck and prosperity for the entire family. If you found this message meaningful, Share your experience in the comments today. You might write, "I am opening the door to welcome prosperity and good fortune into my life." This practice not only connects you with others, but also reinforces your own commitment to protecting the energy of your home. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss Feng Shui tips, guides for maintaining positive energy, and ways to safeguard your prosperity every day. Small, consistent actions can create lasting change, helping you sustain balance, abundance, and happiness in your home.